So Akaash is tweaking. Yeah, he crashed out and getting exposed by his wife, and he's treated his wife and said some other goofy stuff, and he don't care. He just wants his clout. Basically, how that shit went down on the phone up.
Akaash just made a really dumb mistake that's gonna bring him an unbelievable amount of pain and suffering. Right when we were forgetting about the humiliation ritual Akash's wife put him through a couple of months ago, Akaash decided he was gonna do an interview where he reminds us of the humiliation ritual and bring the topic of how his wife absolutely destroyed his career back as a topic in drama YouTube. Just in case you guys forgot why Akaash has been rebranded as the #1 cuck in the world, and why his personal and professional brand took such a hit that they had to drag his wife on the podcast.
Oh, you know what cuck mean?
Huh?
You know what cuck mean?
I'm saying cook because it sounds like he's saying cook as in cooking.
He said cuck. That's why I say you know what cuck mean. Cuck. You're cuck. It's basically cock with a U.
Cock as a penis?
Yeah, but replace with a U. Cook.
What the fuck is that?
It's basically different ways to say it. I'm just get to the main part. A nigga sit right there and watch his wife get freaked on, and you don't join in, and you sit right there and watch your wife get freaked.
Bye.
And you cool with that type of shit. It's like an Adam, but it's a worse than an Adam. Because Adam joined in, and that's you crazy. Adam joined in, and that's crazy. But it's the niggas that just sit right there and don't join in at all. They just sit right there and watch. Some cry, and some just enjoy the moment. That's what it is. Like you just a goofy, and your female want to get creased by a nigga with a bigger penis if you got a small penis, and it's not really satisfying her any at all. So she bringing in a dude that got just a little bit more than you, or she bringing in a dude that got way more than you, and you just got baby shrimp, so you just got to deal with it. Them the niggas that actually have small wee-wees, because they females want to get satisfied, but they don't want to leave them.
First off,
I had to break it down like that because that's actually the real term. I just didn't want to do all that beating around the bush and saying a whole lot of goofy shit.
One.
That go in real life. You can look it up. It's a whole lot of niggas that actually do that shit in real life.
I don't know how people marrying somebody that has a shrimp.
They just still love them. I guess it's like people say it's love.
I ain't gonna hold you. There ain't that much love in the world.
Shit,
sorry.
People say it's love. It's real love.
Love my ass. And then two, respectfully, if you can watch it, you like penis.
Some don't be watching it. That's why I said some be crying. Some have no choice but to do it because they want to keep their wife. So some be in there because they said, you gotta do it unless I'm there. That's how you get turned to the cuck. You know, some people say you gotta do it. You hear on movies and TV shows, or females even say it to the niggas sometimes.
In some way, shape, or form, they like penis too.
Yeah, for sure. But in some incidents, some people, they actually turn around, or they be crying, or they be so emotionally damaged that they female getting creased the fuck out. That's why I said, like, it's the real definition of the cook. Like, that they the cuck, and then it's other cuck, and then it's the Adam niggas that the cucks, but they not the cucks because they actually join in. So it's it's all weird. It's all goofy. Let me just start this because we finna get into these. It's all goofy. Let me just stop this conversation.
To explain her horrific compilation, then let me remind you guys, let me reintroduce you guys to the Jaslene Singh files. Here's Jaslene telling Akaash, her husband, how desperately she wants to sleep with one of his friends who just so happened to be sitting next to him on the podcast.
Did y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband? Rhea, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy for
it's thick. She's thick. I will say, like,
Akaash
is such a king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And, like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
Nigga, the boyfriend. I thought the husband was just sitting right there. I ain't know the boyfriend and the husband was sitting right there. Wow.
First off.
Wow.
And you just said that they have shrimps, but she just said that.
No, I was saying that's how it
but
be.
if you saying that
probably don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. You can have meat. You know how to use it. Shit.
Yeah, we know.
You can have little meat.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who hustles.
I'm not gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
I'm toxic. How do you think I have to keep up with her?
No, he be saying some. This is stuff he says to you that I'm just like, that's fire.
Oh, Nav just puts his dick out on the table. I'm meeting Nav's dad tomorrow, and I will say I'm nervous because he has not to be weird, but he has big dick energy, and he's obviously
based off stories.
Yeah,
We don't gotta rehash the entire.
Saying that you got little dick energy, and her nigga is the nigga that she really want because he. Okay, that's female talk. That's the female talk that y'all females have. That y'all know who got little meat and who got big meat, but we ain't getting to that because that's to even get into that talk. But in front of your nigga, it's crazy fucking work.
Thing or go over all the clips. Some of our favorite clips was Jasleen telling the world how she got ran through at frat parties in college, even though she told Akaash that she was a virgin when they got married. Jasleen saying she would never marry Akaash if he made her sign a prenup. Jasleen saying that she got her butt fingered by a random man she met on Tinder on the first night she met him. In his first interview back in a while, Akaash would admit that those clips going viral and people talking about him and his wife deeply affected him. Like, it was really, really bad for him. He was in a really bad mental space. But after a couple months to sit and think about things, it looks like Akaash haven't learned a goddamn thing, because he's back on the internet blaming the content creators and the people who circulated the clips and talked about it instead of his wife, who put out that horrific film, who put out those horrific clips. Your wife is who said those things. People just watched it and reacted to it.
And, you know, for people who are listening, they might know, but like, you know, it's like a different audience. Like, I didn't realize in the space that you function in, podcast world, because you guys are very, very famous. I didn't realize like people were giving your wife a hard time for standing up for you or having an opinion.
No, she said shit that if I said it, everybody would say it was a joke. And she and I have because we've only had sex with each other, she and I have a relationship where it's like, I don't give a what you say, she can give a what I say. I have her location, she has my location. Every time if you look at 90% of her TikToks, they're on our couch. Like, she don't go nowhere without me. So I'm like, whatever you say, I don't care, I know you. But the internet just ran with it and made it a thing. And
no, boy, boy. You gotta chop that up, boy. That's why she's saying that shit now, boy. Fuck, like, yeah, nigga, pride. We got
I'm
pride.
sorry, nothing shit, I didn't get nothing he just said.
I'm not even trying to do that so many pauses, but his ass goofy, folk.
And at first, it really like to me up.
I wanted to ask you, how did you really feel? Because like I can never gauge, because you are a comic, you're so good at this, you do have thick skin.
Yeah.
I have seen, well, like, meaning for the most part, the success that you have had, I don't know. I don't feel like things really phase you like that. So I couldn't gauge if it really hurt.
I was deeply phased.
But what hurt you about?
It's just they're saying it about your wife. And I think the stuff they say about me will make me insecure. But when you're saying this about my wife and you're calling her all this vile stuff, people were messaging my mom and her mom saying she's a whore, she's this, she's that. It was like, yo, this is crazy how far this has gone.
The cause of that, though, isn't Myron Gaines or the content creators who disseminated and spread those clips. It's your wife's fault. When people hear your wife on a podcast telling another man to your face she wants to have an orgy with him, yeah, people will think, oh, this is an unruly woman. This is a woman with no decorum. This is not a virtuous woman. This is a promiscuous woman. This is a scallywag. People will think that. And you're smart enough to understand that if somebody sees a wife sit on a podcast and tell another man to her husband's face that she wants to sleep with him, you can understand what type of woman they would think that woman is. It's up to your wife not to say these things. As simple as that. Now, Akaash will say some, like he would hint towards maybe it's on site with Myron and other people who disseminated those clips, and he's willing to burn it all down and lose all his money if it comes to protecting his wife. And I'm like, bruh.
How do I say this? I don't want to say it's like, is it on site or are you evolved at this point?
there's certain people that it's like, I don't know if it's on a site or what, but it's like, I think God will give you yours, and you know,
Sure.
That's
You're
kind of
involved.
what I kind of try to remember that. But there's a side of me that's like, maybe it's a short guy thing, but I really identify with like Kendrick Lamar, where it's like, if we want beef, I'll destroy everything, I'll burn everything down. There's a little part of me that's pre-therapy.
No, we don't want
that's
that.
like, that's like, I don't care about the money, I don't care about whatever. You came at my wife, let's just burn it all down.
I get it.
I've never been married. Disclaimer.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll fight for my shorty. Everybody know I fight for my shorty. I fought so many motherfuckers that don't make no sense.
But not saying that I would, but not if I said some shit
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. Like, nah, you gotta dismiss the girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, when it gets to levels of that
First
type of
off,
disrespect, you supposed to crash out right there at that moment. That's when you
First
break up at that moment.
She told the girl. She ain't say nothing about fucking the girl.
I want to have an orgy with him.
She said, what couple would you want to have an orgy with? You stated them as a couple, but you didn't go back to her. You just said her man.
I want to say earlier that he been smacking her booty cheeks, and they been was kissing and shit, doing some shit in the low for her to be that comfortable. You just not saying that like that comfortable, like details and that comfortable. If you never really experienced something with them, she experienced something with them at least once.
Both of them, she definitely did.
Oh, bro, too comfortable.
Or maybe she just fucked the girlfriend, and they don't know that.
Or some shit in the past type shit.
Probably not even the past.
On a recent drunk night, like, yeah, we at the hotel, we just left the bar, but yeah, I'm with him, yeah, we finna handle this business, okay, just like, eating coochie and shit. 6'7".
6'9" and...
But the one thing I ain't never said.
He said, what the fuck? He said, we're just having sex with each other. King, you sure? She don't go anywhere. Most are, if you look at her TikToks, most of them are on our couch. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
If you say so.
Okay. It's free time to do whatever.
You ain't at that house all the time.
Nigga, it just take 2 hours for a motherfucker to pull up, get cream, motherfucker leave quick, and do. Nigga, ain't nothing sweet, folks. Look at his face, that's the face I'm making in the inside. Nigga, really, folks? We started this video, folks.
Me burned down my profession, my career.
I heard this shit a couple months ago when this shit first came out. I just never took the time to really look at the reaction videos or the details and shit. I seen the videos when it hit social media. For them, crazy, folks.
Let me crash out and lose it all?
A podcast,
cause a bit was being a bit? Oh, nah, you got me effed up, homie. What?
The girl shit.
She's online
cooking his ass
giving whole stories, and I'm finna crash because somebody is calling her a hoe. Man, all right, bruh. Yo, y'all too tender. Now, it's his wife, so that's a different ball game that I can't even comment on, man. But I'm not.
I'm gonna tell you, you do slide for your wife. You slide for your wife, your queen, no matter what. But for moments like that, that's when you tell your wife and get that shit together, or you leave that queen at that moment, because the fact everything is done. You crashing don't mean shit. That's how she is. That's how she live. She don't respect you as a man. You only crash if your queen respects you as a man. You know she loves you that much as a man. If you know that your wife gonna disrespect you on that type of level, no crash. Disrespect. No crash. What?
I'm not crashing, I'm not burning nothing down. It's not on site with nothing. If my girl is online, presenting herself as a hoe and somebody call her a hoe, man, I ain't crashing about that, man.
I'm laughing with them.
But this situation and this woman, you really get to see during this interview how this woman has literally ruined Akaash's life over the last couple of months. Like, Akaash even spoke on how this situation has completely deterred his ambitions and his goals. This man no longer even wants to be famous because of this situation, which would also explain while Akaash hasn't been on Flagrant for 4 months. This man had a hit podcast. This man had a podcast that was, for the most part, like propelling him to superstardom. And he walked away from that podcast. We haven't seen him in 4 months. Now the excuse is, you know, he's off doing his tour, but Hot 97 is in New York. He did an interview in New York, but didn't go on Flagrant this week when Flagrant films in New York. You see how that don't make sense? But we now know, because Akaash would like reveal, he's done trying to be famous. He's walking away from anything that's gonna make him famous. He just wants to lay low and be low key because of the humiliation ritual his wife took him through over the last couple of months.
And everything she gets said, y'all are chopping up. And I've probably done this to 1,000 famous people, so I don't knock the people who did it. Sure. But it did let me, I think God does everything for a reason, and I think for me, this was God's way. Because this is how I found out I had some level of fame.
This is recent.
Yeah.
So you're just realizing you're famous now?
I didn't know, because people would be like, what was your I made it moment? I was like, I haven't made it. What are you talking about? And now it's like, well, when the whole world called my wife a whore, I realized I'm doing okay.
That you made it.
Yeah. That's how I found out. But I think it was just like, I'm watching them say this about her. Y'all don't know her. You're doing it off a 2-minute TikTok. Right. I know this woman, and I read people pretty well. That's kind of like what most of my clips are about.
Right.
I'm not that big of a moron that a girl would lie to me for 14 years or whatever, 10 years, about being a virgin, and I would not even bother watching her TikToks to find out she talks about getting, you know what I mean? Like, none of this, how are we believing this? I couldn't understand it. But I think it was God's way of telling me, you always say you want like a happy, healthy family. You need to know what comes with this fame thing and decide if you really want it. And I realized I don't really want that. I want to be the best stand-up comedian I can be, hopefully ever. All that other shit, I don't care. If we go to the Met Gala, she probably made me. I don't give a about walking on this stupid red carpet. You're picked. Like, I don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
Coming up in the interview, Akaash will throw subliminals at Flagrant. He will speak on not really wanting to be a part of something where the community is toxic, or even being involved with toxic community.
Nigga, you was on a podcast with the nigga. Yo, your picture out there, I mean, y'all started this shit together. You just never took your face off the shit. I didn't know you had multiple problems. I knew you had like fucking 2 or 3, but I didn't know you had a lot of them bitches though. Goddamn, boy, you working on front of them. Shout out to the injury nigga on front of him.
He's just want to make his comedy and go home and not really have to think about the online thing and the online drama, which is, I think, a direct shot, or not a shot, but like a direct sub at the Flagrant community, right? The Reddit that covers everything, and they're toxic. And Akaash, if you go to any of the comment section, the comment section is all of them just roasting Akaash. That's all it is. Damn. Right? And Akaash is seeing this, and he said, bro, I don't want to be a part of this, man. But I'm not coming back to this. Right? Look right here. Akaash will live on in Flagrant history in the comment section. I was watching from the chair in the corner off camera. Ironic, Akaash got the rug pulled from him. Akaash went on Hot 97 and embarrassed himself.
Man, they talk about his ass like, oh,
bruh, everybody is saying like, dog, like, like, bruh.
You getting bad.
Yo, Akaash needs to sit down with James Sexton, my dude. Your wife is the reason divorce attorneys exist. So the community, all they do is bash Akaash. Well, not really bash him, but they make jokes about it. And that right there is the very thing that Akaash is discussing when he says he wants to avoid it and stay away from it. So in this interview, he kind of like slow rolled out. I guess the announcement.
You getting bashed.
I'm sorry, it ain't that much.
That's a different bash, folks.
It's nothing in this. Ain't that much in this world that I'm gonna take. Well, a motherfucker bash me because my bitch is out.
Like, I've seen niggas get bashed before, but I ain't see this type. This a different bash. That situation happened 4 months ago. This video, them comments say 3 to 4 days. Bro, I can just imagine all the fucking YouTube videos and TikToks and Instagram, Facebook videos that just built up for 3-4 months, just cooking your ass to gang. Nah, folks. Fuck that. You capping. You see all this shit. You pretend like you don't see it.
I mean,
he turned that phone off.
I mean, he didn't say that he didn't see it. He just said that shit. He don't give a fuck about them saying that stuff about him.
No, he said he didn't know he was that famous. once you get that type of attention and shit, you know what type of fame you got. You know you in that bitch. Like, but yeah, because you got to be on social media. I mean, he probably just logged off. But still go back to what you were saying with the whole...
Even if he didn't, once again... Motherfuckers don't pay attention to that shit until you literally have the whole world talking about you. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was 4 months ago. And that's 4 months of you seeing motherfuckers calling your wife a whore.
A whole 4 months straight, and then you brought it back up. You should not came back. You should never came on the podcast to talk. You should have just stayed in the cut, and then eventually would have died off. But
or maybe he just seen one of the most ruthless comments he's ever seen in 4 months that this shit been going on, and he said something about it.
I don't know, man. Comments get worse and worse and worse. He just probably just got fed up. Like you said, yeah, the comments. But it just take that one. Like, they be cooking me on social media. They always talking about my teeth, my forehead, my tongue. Like, damn, fuck.
And this, let's be real. I get what he's saying. Why? Because you just looked at the comments. Mm-hmm. He just showed the comments. The man is not sitting there. He's not on the podcast episode yet. He's the main topic in the comments.
Now
so
you can just imagine all the other episodes. They still cooking. Yeah, you do got a point. I'm not even on these episodes, and I've been out the way for about 3-4 months, and y'all still discussing about me.
For an example, I know I say Jada all the time, but once again, Jada is the biggest example. You could not. Jada wouldn't even be in a room, and it should be somebody talking about Jada. Jada. We get it.
That shit crazy, folks.
But that he's kind of done with Flagrant. He's not coming back.
That part.
I
really feel bad.
To think this is all because of his wife wanting to start a podcast, even though her husband is a multimillionaire who's taking care of her. She wanted to start a podcast for her own fame and her own vanity, where she discussed whole activities and brings shame and embarrassment to his name. And because of his wife, he's now about to walk away from one of the best things to ever happen to him in his comedy career, which is the Flagrant podcast.
What was surprising?
Yeah, the thing that surprised me is so many people ran and made videos when they have my number or we've messaged each other on Instagram, and it's like, yo, you could have just asked me what really is happening.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying foul stuff about her, and one guy was like, man, I hope I get to talk to him, and it's like, man, you got my number. You could just text me. He's talking about my marriage, and like, oh, I know he had an arranged marriage, and it's like, really? Because you weren't invited to the wedding, so how would you know if we had an arranged marriage or not? We didn't, which I wouldn't mind if we did. Yeah. But I guess the idea was like he didn't know what he was getting into because it was an arranged marriage.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, but you didn't. I never even thought of inviting you. You weren't. If I thought of 1,000 people, you didn't make that list. So why are you running out here talking? You could just reach out as a human. And then I realized this fame thing is a monster, man.
That's right.
And people want that badly, and they'll run and talk about you for views, even if you're friends. And that's where I'm like, man, I don't want that. I don't want to sacrifice the morality. I didn't get into this to be famous. I thought it was cool at the time. Now it's like, it is what it is.
I can feel him. The niggas that he worked with, the reason why this shit in the air. Cause after the YouTubers and streamers and people react to it, after a minute, it's just gonna die off. Yeah, the niggas on his podcast keeping that situation in the air, and why people is trending so much. Yeah, you fuck my boy. You gonna have to just get into it. I ain't gonna lie. You gonna have to just get into it before you want that shit to die.
I feel you when you say, yeah, you see me, motherfucker. Cause bitch, once again, you do have my number.
Yeah, they ain't getting no about that shit.
When the shit happened, you could have texted me, you could have called me. If we talking about anybody else in this world and we talking about the shit they got going on, but you can call me for mine,
Me personally, I feel like he should have never went to this. I feel like he should have just started his own podcast, his own little shit, or said this shit on his own platform anywhere. Because they finna cook his ass now. They finna go back to their podcast and they finna just roast his ass. And they finna go in full details. And we finna see another video eventually of them cooking the fuck out of him. And it's probably finna go so viral. Like, I ain't gonna lie, folks. Cause you doing this shit against niggas that you already said that's clout chasing already. Why go to another podcast to get the shit heated up some more of the situation just to address some shit? Me personally, I went up to the podcast. Okay, yo, I bet you a hoe, but you told me that your mama ate 3 dicks that night. Oh, bro, I would have just started exposing shit. Fuck it, we here, we comedians. Fuck, let's let it rip. Fuck it. But that's what happened when you want to do it like that. He's talking about his girl that she got a podcast coming out. She already got the podcast. You drop your $1 million podcast for your girl to have a podcast discussing about her past lives of doing wee-wees.
And
that's crazy, folks.
Another thing. Once again, I said he might like Peter with her. So
start this fucking video, folks.
Listen to me. She knows something that the world don't know.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna go straight into he doing wee-wees.
Most females, if they send orgies and they already married, they're talking about them and their partner.
That's why I was saying early in the beginning of them type of niggas.
I got into this to be the best comic possible. Everything else is noise. Take care of my family, be the best comic possible. Everything else is nonsense. And that's kind of where I sit right now.
And you feel good about it?
I feel much lighter, dude, when I realized, like, my ticket sales were not affected. They've gone up, if anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, these people have their community online, and they bash people, and that's good for you. That's not an existence I would love, and I have my existence, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Were you surprised at how many people were so quick to say something because they thought it was your downfall? Like, you were like, oh, that's how you really feel about
Yeah, I
me.
guess, I don't know if I thought it was, because I don't, this sounds like I'm being fake humble. I think because I'm surrounded by so many people so much more successful than me, I never see myself at any kind of peak. So to me, there's like no downfall to happen, because again, this is like the first time I thought, oh, I have some level of fame that what my wife says is newsworthy.
Right.
But so I don't think downfall. I think I was just like, oh, y'all just want this fame thing more than anything. And I've realized it's addictive, and it can, I think, lure you in before you realize it. You're addicted to it, and you're saying stuff about, like, we're supposed to be really good friends, and you're saying stuff or letting stuff slide. And I'm like, you're not a bad person. You just really want the fame. And you might be kind of broken if you've seen the other side of fame and you've experienced it and you still want it. There's probably something wrong with you. Ooh. I don't personally want that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At first, this Akaash situation started off as a joke. It started off as funny, but there's nothing funny about this, man. There's nothing funny about watching this man look absolutely defeated, watching this man give up on all his hopes and dreams.
You can see it in his
this
eyes.
woman has completely broken him, destroyed him. They don't even have kids yet. It's not too late to walk away.
They don't have kids? Gone. Go, folks. Just go, folks. You don't got kids for her yet, folks? I don't think that she looking to have kids with you, folks. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And like she's trying to juice your ass. If you a millionaire and you already got $1 million fucking podcasts and shit, folks, and you already had motion before you got with her, she just juicing you, folks. Shit like she Indian Arab too, like you Indian Arab too, folks. But still, folks, shit like she trying to juice you, gang. If she was a hoe in the past, bro, let me not call your wife a hoe. If she was doing wee-wees in the past like that, gang, it don't take nothing for you to cheat on her one time. She probably gonna go bounce on 20 wee-wees in 3 days. I'm just saying, gang. I already suck your man, your friend wee-wee right there on the side of you, folks. She probably gonna suck his ass and suck his wee-wee on Tuesday, folks. Y'all record on Thursday. Then she decided not even to wipe her, wash her face for real. She came back home that Wednesday morning, kiss her on the cheek. That's crazy.
But to watch how broken this man is, he's done with his podcast. I might be jumping to conclusion or reaching, but bro, he been going for 4 to 5 months. And Andrew Schultz, they have refused to even address Akaash and him being gone. Now, when Akaash talked about people commenting,
they ain't address about him being gone. So the comments just cooking him, just, oh my God. The feeling back. The feeling back. I thought they was sneak dissing. They wasn't sneak dissing. Oh. Boy, you just cooked. Boy, you gonna have to talk about this shit one time, folks.
On his situation, you know who commented and made jokes? Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schultz on Brilliant Idiots. He could be mad at that as well. But this situation is just sad, man. Watching Akaash just look this defeated and broken. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't find no joy in this, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, man? Like, what do y'all think, bro? Like, is this humorous to you guys, or do y'all find pity as well? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how this
Shout out this interview for Run. Man, he ain't getting out of jail, bro. I'm sorry for the fucking fans, bro. He not getting out, bro. Shout out to the motherfucking Flaco, bro.